A mere 3 days after President Trump held a summit with Vladimir Putin in Helsinki, he's invited the Russian president to Washington in the fall. The invite came as President Trump's Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coats, was being interviewed.
The White House has announced on Twitter that Vladimir Putin is coming to the White House in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be special.
The news seemed to catch many by surprise, in part because the White House is still dealing with the fallout from the summit this week. Coats has been sounding the alarm about the ongoing cyber threat from Russia and said even he still doesn't know what was agreed upon in Helsinki and that the president shouldn't have met Putin alone.
Well, you're right. I don't know what happened in that meeting. I think we will learn more, but that is the president's prerogative. If he had asked me how that ought to be conducted, I would have suggested a different way.
The White House had to clarify another statement from President Trump. Putin had offered to allow the special counsel, Robert Mueller, to question 12 indicted Russians in the election meddling case.
What he did is an incredible offer.
But the Russian president in turn wanted to interrogate former U.S. Ambassador Michael McFaul and other officials. In a statement, the White House spokesperson Sarah Sanders said it is a proposal that was made in sincerity by President Putin, but President Trump disagrees with it. At the White House today, President Trump signed an executive order establishing a new jobs training initiative for American workers.
We're in the longest positive job growth streak in American history.
But the president is fearful that the Federal Reserve could disrupt the nation's economic gains by raising interest rates again this year.
I'm not thrilled because, you know, we go up, and every time you go up, they want to raise rates again. And I don't really, I am not happy about it. But at the same time, I'm letting them do what they feel is best.
The Fed has already raised interest rates twice in 2018 and could raise them twice more again this year. Dick Brennan, CBS 2 News.